Hi guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. So today we're gonna learn the new topic which is Azure storage. As we have already covered few topics from Azure 104, so today we're gonna learn something related to Azure storage. And it is in high demand service from provided by Microsoft Azure. So it is the same service like provided by AWS as an S3. If I talked about this service, so Microsoft Cloud Storage Solution, it is and for modern data storage scenario, like it provide a available, massively scalable and durable service. So there are lots of benefit about this Microsoft storage. If I talked about, I have already mentioned here, we have this Microsoft storage which is durable and highly available. That means the redundancy ensure that you and your data is safe in any kind of event of transition, hardware failure, any natural disaster. So this would be secure everywhere, and it is secure and highly available. Like if you have any problem at one site or one zone, you are not able to access data, then simply you can get your data to the another region. And it is highly scalable. Like Azure data is designed to be massively scalable to meet the data storage and performance need of today's applications, right? And the next benefit of this Azure storage is managed. That means it can be managed and it can be handled hardware maintenance, updates, and critical issue for anyone. And the last one is accessible, which I have already talked about, that data in Azure storage is accessible from anywhere in the world over HTTP, HTTPS, whichever port it is. So Microsoft provide client libraries for Azure storage in a variety of language like .NET, Java, and these kind of languages, right? So if I talked about, let me move to the further slides, guys. The type of storage we have basically four type of data storage in the Azure, like Azure Container, uh, Azure Container, Azure Table, Azure Queue, and Azure Files. So the most important under Azure Container, which is the Blob storage, and it is in highly demand. If we can check here that we have this Blob storage here, and let me remove it first. Give me a sec, guys. So under this container service, we have this blob storage and it's in high demand. So today we will work on this blob storage. And this comes under this Azure container, which is highly scalable object store for text and binary data, right? And let's suppose we want to create a storage object like is a table, like we have this email, photo ID, like any relational database. So this via this kind of data, we can create this table. So a NoSQL store for schemeless storage of this structural data under table kind of storage. And if I talked about this queue, guys, so queue is basically a messaging store for reliable messaging between application component. Like if we need to download the image and the size of any videos or files. And file is nothing, just a managed file share like cloud or on-premises deployment. So we can use this one. So today we gonna learn this container because it's most important part of this Azure storage. So it is massively scalable object store for text and binary data, and it also includes support for big data analysis and data lake storage. So we will learn all these things in the next videos. Okay, let me move to the further slides. So you can see here we have another pictorial representation for you guys. So I have already shared all these type of Azure storage account like blob, table, file, queue. And let me these are the storage account. I will show you all these storage account where it use and what are the you know important of these storage account. So let me quickly move to the demo part so that I can show you practically. Okay, guys, so now we are on our Azure portal. So you can see that we have already used few kind of services like network security group, a resource group in our last videos like load balancer. So today we're gonna use this storage account. You can also type it from here and search this storage account options. So let's tap on it and let's create the new resource account, this storage account. Sorry, my bad. Okay, as for all Azure services, firstly we need to select this resource group. Since I have this already generated resource group, I will select this one, or if you want, you can create the new one as well. We have already covered how you can you just need to type the name and it will create open up here. So later on you can type the name here like test storage. So here we need to know one thing that this test, whatever name we are mentioning here, it must be a globally unique. So you can check over there as well. The name must be unique across all existing storage account. So you can check the name probably. So whatever it is, you can type it. After that, you need to select the region, guys. So since I'm in India, I will select this one. And now we have the option of performance. So it is standard, recommended for most scenario, general purpose VV2. So last time I was trying to show you the account options. We have standard general purpose V2. So this guys, this uh, type of storage account mostly used for blob files, queue tables, data lake storage. So it is for general purpose. If you want to get the premium block and blob services or premium file share, it's depend upon your project. So if you have any you want a high available and high scalable service, then you can go for a premium one. Since we are doing this with for demo part only, so I'll go with standard. So and these also are for the rate for the speed and another thing, so I'll go for the this one only. Okay, let's go for advanced. The another security we have here, hierarchical namespace. This is for data lake storage generation and for hierarchical namespace. So since it is not included in this video, we're gonna learn some another video, so I'm not gonna enable it. However, you can check if I enable it, only then you will get the option of this. So let me disable it and move forward to the next settings, guys. So we have access tier. It is nothing, just a kind of if you want to get a highly frequently accessed data, then you can select the hot. If you want to get the slow access data, or you don't have any kind of higher configuration, then you can select the cool one. Let me go with the generic one. So we have Azure files. Okay, let me go to networking. We have the options enable public access from all networks. Definitely, we're gonna work with this one since we are going to connect from outside as well with our storage data. But it's depend upon your project again, guys. If you want to mm, keep it secure and want to be private, you can select this one and you can add your private endpoint here. Uh, However, you can select this one as well. In this, you need to add your virtual network here. So we need to create a virtual network, which we have already created in our last video, and then it will automatically pop up here, and you need to select it. So let me go with the normal one, which is the public access from all network, and the network routing is Microsoft. Obviously, it will go for Microsoft settings. If you want, you can go with your internal routing as well. Okay, go to data protection. So this data protection, uh, guys, we will cover this in the next video because it's a completely a separate topic. So the duplication of the data and backup of the data we will cover in the upcoming videos. So, but I can give you the 100 feet overview here. So if you want to get duplication of the data, you can enable versioning of blobs. So it will basically create a copy of your data. So we will do it in the upcoming things. Okay, go for security. Under security, we have this require secure transfer of REST API. We will keep enable all these three options. So REST API option is nothing, just a security transfer option. So which is enhance the security of your storage account by only allowing REST API. So if you want to connect with SSH and REST API, then you will select this and you will enable it, right? So enable storage account key access is also if like somebody want to access your resources, then you need to enable it. If you will disable this option and you share your keys to someone and someone want to access your data, then he would not be able to access it without enabling this option. You can also check the notifications over here. Okay, so default to Azure Active Authorization, no, we don't require because then it will ask for authentication again. So minimum TLS version is nothing, just a version for your TLS. So definitely we will go with the latest one, and permit is scope for any, we will go with this one only. Okay, let me go to the encrypted one. Okay, we will go with the default encrypted types. So this is the encrypted type option only. If you want to go with customer managed key, then if we go with like if we go with Microsoft managed key, this is the default one. Then Microsoft will manage the encryption of your storage data. However, if you want that we have as an organization and we want to manage the encryption of our organization, then we will go this one. But in this scenario, we need to create a vvault, and under vvault, we will keep our all securities keys, all secure keys, right? So here you can see that we have the key vault and key. So we can, if we select this key vault, then we need to create it here, and we need to select the key vault. But we will go with the Microsoft manage devices only. Uh, okay, let's go with the all file and devices. You can go with the blob and file on also. No issue. Tag review. Okay, let it be review. Let me create. Okay, you can see that our storage account is getting created. Probably it will take some time here. In the meanwhile, we can check that our we have covered this one. We have selected this general purpose. However, if we have any further premium kind of service, then definitely we will select this premium block storage. And now we are working on this blob storage account only. Later on, we will learn this table, file, and queue also, but this is the most frequently using nowadays. Okay, now we can see that our storage account has been created. So let me go ahead and open it. Now we have all the information under our storage account. You can see we have storage, our location, our subscription ID is also available there. So all the information are available here. And if you want to change any settings, you can directly go it from here. Like you want to disable this block public access and you want to enable your private one, then you can go this one and disable it. However, now let me check. So we have this uh, storage and we have this all four kind of storage account. Let me show you. We have this blob, table, file, and queue, which we have already checked. So container, file share, queue, and tables. These are the storage type. So since we are working on it, let me go with the container. So if we create a container, uh, let me create a container first and test container. Okay, we will go with the container anonymous read access for container blobs. We have private no anonymous access. We have blob. Okay, we will go with this one. And if we have advanced option, so we will select with this one only. Let me create it. Okay, now we have created a container inside the storage. So now we have this test container. You can see under text access, it will not showing up over here. Okay, let me open this text container. So now first let me upload any kind of file here. Let me see if I have any kind of video or okay. Let me upload a PDF file over here, guys. Okay, it's getting upload. So you can see that this is how we can, let me showing you from the storage itself. Now we have this test storage account, right, which we have created. Under this test storage, this is how we can create a container and how we can create a blob storage. So guys, blob storage is nothing, just a file, just a object. So whatever object you saved inside the container, that is the blob storage. Now we have this container. Under container, we have create a separate container, which is test container. If I go inside that, I have created this object. I have saved a file over here, and that is a blob storage. So if I open this file, and let's suppose we have a user at a remote location and we want to give the link of this specific file, so we can just copy this link and we can share with that user. So that user will go on the uh, browser and can directly open this link. So you can check that we are able to open this link here. That means this is the way how we can create a container and how we can save the file inside the container. One more thing I would like to add it here. Let me go back to the container. So since we are working on container only, however, I can show you how we can create this file share as well. let's suppose we have this file share and we want to create the new kind of test file share. Sure. So this is guys another kind of storage account which is file share apart from this container. Let me quickly show you. So we can select this hot, cool or transist optimize according to the transaction rate, and we just need to create it. So you can see that we have this test file share as well. And so we have this file share, and this file share we can directly connect to the Windows. Like in the Windows we have C drive, D drive, then we can add another drive like Z or whatever name we want. So it will add to our users or our virtual machines, whichever we want to use. Like if you want to go with Active Directory or storage account. If we go with storage account, we need to show script. We will copy this script and send to the user. Or if we have another virtual machine, we will just go to the virtual machine. We will open the command prompt and we will open and run this command. Then this will automatically connect to our this test storage. So this is how does it work. One more thing I would like to add here. Give me a moment. We have this, I'm just going to add quickly this open in Explorer as well. So let's suppose someone does not have the access of this one. So any user can directly install one application which is the open in Explorer name. So it's also available on the store for business as well. Anyone can directly go and upload it. So this Open in Explorer generally directly connect to the storage services of Azure. It can connect to the Blob storage, table storage, whatever storage you have created, you can connect it via this Open in Explorer app. So if you click on this, you can download Azure. So you will move forward on this page. Here you need to select your operating system and it will going to install it. So you can see it's getting installed. However, I have already installed it, so I can directly open it. Okay, let me open it, guys. Wait a moment, let me quickly show you how does it work. So this Explorer is nothing just to connect the Azure storage services. You don't need to connect to the Explorer and can connect with all kind of services. Okay, it's being opened. Here, there are several ways you can connect with the storage. You can go with here, connect to Azure Source Storage, or we have this link open up here as well. You can tap on it, or one another way you can right click on storage account, or you can connect to store Azure Storage. All the option will open the same page. Now we have this subscription storage account. Let me open it with storage account. Go to account name and key. Tap on next. Let's do one thing. Now we require display name. Let me test Explorer. Okay, give it a meaningful name. Then we require account name and account key. So we need to go to our storage again. Here we can see that we have this access key options. This is our storage account name. We need to copy it and go back to the Explorer. Okay, now we require account key. Let me go back again. Show. So you can see that we have key 1, key 2. We have these 4 keys whichever you want you can use. Just copy the key and go back here. Let me paste the key. We will go with Azure Core Windows.net. Tap on next and connect. So the moment I clicked on connect, you can see that directly this Explorer connect to our storage account. So this Explorer key, we have created this text explorer, and under this we have this blob container. Under blob container, we have just created the test container. When I tap on it, you can check that uh, the file which I have created here, it is available. So you can upload the file, you can click. If I try to open this, I can directly open it from here. It's under processing. Just check the notification at below. Okay, now you can see that guys, I am able to open the file which I have uploaded over Azure storage. That means you can directly connect the Explorer open here. So this is how this Explorer work, and under file share as well, we have created this file share, and there's no data available. However, you can upload any data or download any data here. So this is how this Explorer work, and under this Explorer, you don't need to go to Azure again. You can create and you can download any kind of file here, and that will eventually will update and show over Azure as well. So I think I have covered much of the topic related to this Azure container, basically Blob stories. In the next videos, we will cover all of the things. And thank you so much, guys, for watching the videos. Have a great day.